The People's Liberation Army stands as the armed wing of the Chinese Communist Party, a critical distinction from nation-state militaries elsewhere. Its ultimate allegiance is not to the Chinese government per se, but directly to the party's leadership, embodied by Xi Jinping as chairman of the Central Military Commission. This foundational principle shapes the PLA's objectives, its operational doctrines, and its unwavering commitment to safeguarding the party's rule. The grand strategic vision, often termed the Great Rejuvenation of the Chinese nation, sets a firm deadline of 2049, the centennial of the People's Republic of China's founding. Xi Jinping has unequivocally articulated the goal for the PLA to become a world-class military by the middle of the 21st century, specifically by the 2049 target. The PLA's modernization efforts are therefore relentlessly focused on achieving this formidable status, with a significant emphasis on mastering what Chinese strategists term intelligentized warfare. This concept involves the deep integration of artificial intelligence, big data, and advanced networking capabilities into every facet of military operations. The drive is to create a fighting force that can dominate future conflicts characterized by high technology and information supremacy, ensuring the CCP's objectives can be met. The PLA is accelerating its efforts to evolve into a highly networked joint force, capable of seamless coordination across its diverse branches. In a stark reminder of the prevailing geopolitical tensions, Xi Jinping urged the PLA in late 2023 to significantly enhance its combat preparedness and readiness for war. This call to action followed shortly after pointed warnings from senior U.S. military figures, such as General Charles A. Flynn of the U.S. Army Pacific, who characterized China's rapid military expansion as an urgent and growing threat to regional stability. The rhetoric from Beijing underscores a perceived need for a PLA capable of asserting China's interests robustly on the global stage. A sweeping overhaul of the People's Liberation Army was initiated in 2015 under the direct guidance of Xi Jinping, marking the most significant restructuring in its recent history. The primary objective of these reforms was to create a more streamlined and effective joint command structure, drawing discernible inspiration from the operational models of Western militaries, particularly that of the United States. This ambitious undertaking aimed to break down traditional silos between different service branches, fostering a new era of interoperability and coordinated action. A key element of the 2015 reforms involved the comprehensive reorganization of the PLA's 7 geographically based military regions. These were consolidated and transformed into 5 modern theater commands, each with a specific strategic direction and area of responsibility. Concurrently, a joint staff department was established under the Central Military Commission. This new department was tasked with overseeing joint operational planning, training, and command, thereby providing the institutional framework necessary to implement the party's vision of a truly integrated fighting force. The PLA ground force, while traditionally the bedrock of China's military power, has undergone significant transformation. It has seen a reduction in overall numbers but has been concurrently modernized to become a more agile and potent force geared for rapid deployment in joint warfare scenarios. The focus has shifted decisively towards enhancing its mechanization, with advanced armored vehicles and artillery systems being widely introduced. Furthermore, a strong emphasis is placed on informationization, the integration of digital technologies for command, control, communications, computers, intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance and intelligentization, incorporating AI for enhanced operational effectiveness. In stark contrast to the downsizing of the ground forces, the PLA Navy has experienced an unprecedented period of rapid expansion and modernization, becoming a central pillar of China's growing military might. As of late 2023, the plan was recognized as the largest navy globally by number of vessels, possessing over 370 ships and submarines, a figure projected to increase to approximately 395 vessels by 2025 and potentially 435 by 2030. The sheer scale and speed of this naval expansion are reshaping maritime balances of power. The plan's growing inventory includes an array of increasingly sophisticated assets. It now operates multiple aircraft carriers including the Liaoning, the Shandong, and the newer Type 003 carrier, Fujian, which notably features advanced catapult launch systems. The People's Liberation Army Air Force is undergoing a profound transformation, evolving from a primarily defensive force into a modern strategic air arm with significant offensive capabilities. It currently operates over 3,150 total aircraft, excluding trainers and unmanned aerial vehicles, with approximately 2,500 of these being dedicated combat aircraft. The Chengdu J-20 stealth fighter, China's premier fifth-generation combat aircraft, is being deployed in increasing numbers, providing capabilities comparable to those of other leading air powers. Strategic reach is provided by aircraft like the H-6K bomber, which can carry a variety of conventional and potentially nuclear payloads over long distances. The PLA is also heavily investing in a diverse range of drones, from reconnaissance platforms to armed UAVs, and sophisticated electronic warfare aircraft designed to disrupt enemy command and control systems. This rapid modernization includes the widespread introduction of advanced 4th and 5th generation fighter aircraft across its combat units. A critical aspect of the PLA's development is its pursuit of a new strategic bomber, reportedly designated the H-20. The PLA rocket force holds a unique and pivotal position within China's military structure, exercising centralized control over the nation's extensive arsenal of land-based nuclear and conventional missiles. This force is absolutely central to China's national deterrence strategy, providing Beijing with a credible means to discourage aggression and protect its core interests. The PLRF plays an especially critical role in China's strategic calculations regarding potential contingencies involving Taiwan and its expansive claims in the South China Sea. Furthermore, its capabilities are fundamental to China's anti-access/area denial doctrine, which aims to complicate or prevent U.S. military intervention in regions close to China's periphery by holding adversary assets at risk. China's nuclear arsenal, managed by the PLARF, is undergoing a significant expansion and diversification. As of May 2023, the PLA was estimated to possess over 500 operational nuclear warheads, a figure that exceeded previous U.S. intelligence projections. The PLA Strategic Support Force was established in 2015 as a novel branch designed to consolidate and enhance China's capabilities in the critical domains of cyber warfare, space operations, and electronic warfare. However, in a major restructuring announced in April 2024, the PLAS-SF was dissolved. Its crucial functions, particularly those related to network operations and information warfare, were reorganized and elevated under a new independent service arm, the Information Support Force. This reorganization, which also reportedly led to the creation of separate aerospace and cyberspace forces, signals an even more focused approach to these high-tech domains. The newly formed Information Support Force is expected to centralize the command and control of China's information and cyber operations, streamlining efforts to achieve information superiority. The roles inherited and likely expanded by the ISF are extensive and strategically vital. These include conducting offensive cyber operations, such as hacking into foreign government and commercial networks for intelligence gathering or disruptive purposes. The People's Liberation Army is steadily increasing its global presence, moving beyond its traditional regional focus. The establishment of its first permanent overseas military base in Djibouti, strategically located in the Horn of Africa, serves as a clear indicator of this expanding ambition. Beijing is actively seeking opportunities for additional overseas military facilities and access agreements, which would further enable the PLA to project power, protect China's growing global economic interests, and support its participation in international security operations. This outward push is consistent with China's military doctrine, emphasizing the capacity to fight and win local wars under high-tech conditions, which increasingly requires capabilities that can be deployed and sustained far from its own shores. Several key global concerns stem directly from the PLA's rapid modernization and more assertive posture. The potential for a military campaign to achieve the unification of Taiwan with mainland China, by force if deemed necessary by Beijing, remains a primary flashpoint and a core objective tied to the 2049 National Rejuvenation Goal. The PLA's Joint Sword 2024B military exercises around Taiwan were widely interpreted as rehearsals for a blockade or invasion. Concurrently, the ongoing militarization of disputed islands and features in the South China Sea continues to raise tensions with neighboring countries and the United States.